Welcome back to Cabin View Firewood. I have got yet another project in the works. Leveling out another spot for firewood production. So this area just below my equipment shed here, previously I just had a road that ran right through here, and then this was all hillside going up. So we are cutting into this hillside so I can make enough room to put the splitter down here, stack rounds as I cut them off of these poles, split into totes, and haul them to the top of that hillside. Now up on that hillside I have two other projects going on, and I need to keep that area clear, which is why it's really important that I get this done as soon as possible down here. So up on the hilltop there I have that little retaining wall going in so I can push that hillside out, and then I'm also cutting into the bank on the other side to make a lot more room. I've also got this little roof extension going on over here, but those are not as important as this project because I need to make more room for firewood production. Firewood sales have been pretty busy the last month, really busy with bulk sales, not as busy with bundle sales, but it's been really hot here. So once it cools down, bundle sales will pick back up, but I'm going through firewood very fast, so I really need to ramp up production. I got a nice pile of red oak right here on the other side of the excavator. This pile is half red oak, a couple ash logs, and a bunch of hackberry. And then out front I have another full truckload that's got cherry, red oak, white oak, all kinds of stuff mixed into that one. So I've got plenty of wood to cut, I just need more room to do it. So let's get you guys set up and I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna cut a little more out of this corner, this hill here. Then I'm eventually gonna have to switch over to the grading bucket, which I have not had on this machine yet. I did not have any master plan for this, so I'm just kind of ripping into it and figuring it out as I go. It's probably not the best idea, but sometimes you got to do it that way if you even want to get your project started. I am known for overthinking projects, overanalyzing projects. Let's see. I think I want to stop it. Let's go up a little bit more here. Right. Let's go up a little bit more. Looks like a good spot right there. This is going to be the back corner. I might actually just scoop this junk up. I think I said it earlier, but I took all that sod off last night. Actually going to build up the bottom of this hillside a little bit. It's a good place to unload some dirt. digging, so it's nice and fast. Guys are new to the channel, I just got this excavator a couple months ago. I have only rented one a few times previously, so I am no expert. I am learning on the fly. So you gotta cut me a little slack. For my operating skills. Just gotta grab a couple more bucket loads. Bucket loads of this sod, and the dirt the good dirt I'm gonna pull down towards the bottom of this hill here, start to fill this in, and we'll see how much I need. All right, it is the following morning. It was pretty dark when I finished up last night, so I actually didn't get a whole lot of filming done. The GoPro does not film well once you get into low light situations, but I'll show you guys everything we got done. Got to refuel the equipment. This is my fueling method right now. These racing jugs. These things work pretty well, but now that I have the excavator and I use the tractor quite a bit, so I can go through diesel pretty fast, I definitely need a better solution for refueling. I have 4 of these 5-gallon jugs, and I don't know how much I go through. Enough. I go through enough that I am considering, you know, a better solution for refueling this excavator and the tractor. All right, excavator is done. Let me show you guys what we got done last night. I'll back up here. So this is pretty close. I am about, I don't know, we'll say 75% there. Boys are working hard this morning. Andrew, what are you doing? Cutting down a tree? Andrew's cutting down a tree. Anthony's cleaning up the edge. I got to move that pile of wood right there, that lumber, so I got to cut into that just a little bit more. That's about as far back as I'm going. All I'm going to do now is just pull this hillside down, grade it a little nicer into this area that I made. And at this widest spot up here, I was able to gain an additional 16 feet of workspace. So previously, this was just hillside. It was too steep to work on. You couldn't drive equipment on it. But now I'm gonna have a nice area to set the log splitter, bring totes down, stack logs. So I should be able to get a nice little workflow in here and have a second place to cut besides up on top of the hill. So what we're gonna do now is some finish grading. I started off with the 24-inch tooth bucket. Last night I put on the 36-inch grading bucket. I need to dig this corner out just a little bit more. So this corner right here needs to come down. I was able to pull almost all of that dirt down into this area here. So brought that up a little bit, brought this area down, got it pretty close to level. So I just need to cut that corner out. We're gonna fix up that edge. I actually need to fill this spot in right here. We got a little low right here. And then we're gonna blend into the yard a little bit nicer once I get these this hill edge and that corner dug out. So I think it should go pretty quick, and we'll definitely get this project done today, which will be great. And then when I'm all done, I picked up a couple bags of straw this morning. I am gonna do a lot of cutting and splitting down here, but just to get it covered up for now so I don't have all this exposed dirt, I am going to seed it, straw it, whatever grows, grows. I don't really care because this is gonna be a busy equipment traffic area. It's gonna get full of sawdust and, you know, debris that comes off of the splitter. So it's gonna get pretty messy down here, but it'll at least look nicer where you have some grass growing and not mud. I hate working in the mud, and I do not want to put stone down here. You know, I don't think it would look nice blending into the yard area. So whatever grows, grows, and whatever stays a mess, stays a mess, as long as it's not mud. Well, I almost got everything done, and then it downpoured for about 45 minutes. So this is nothing but a mud pit right now, but it's really close. I was just about done with final grading, just a little more touch-up work to do on that entrance down that way. One nice thing is I can see that this drained off very well. So no problems with any standing water. Got the hillside cleaned up. So once this dries out, which I think by tomorrow, I don't think we're getting any rain tomorrow, a little more tonight. So I'm hoping this dries out tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I can do the seeding I want to do. I'm actually rethinking how I'm going to do this. I might just do this hillside over here, leave that center clear. I might just put stone down just in the center of this, seed the edges, clean up the front of this, you know, seed the front of this so it looks nice, and just leave where I'm going to have the most traffic with the equipment, put stone down. So I'm not quite sure. I'll figure that out over the next day or two and then get this little project wrapped up. But it is 90% done. So this is going to be a nice little addition, giving myself more room to produce firewood. All right, guys, that is going to wrap this project up for today. I appreciate you all being here. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Give us a like, and I'll see you on the next one.